Alright, so this is going to be my custom mod video, and I'm going to be trying to, an attempt to make a movie accurate custom Woody without spending a whole bunch of money. About 40 bucks here is what I'm working with. So first things first, we're going to have to remove this guy's head, because this is the head that we want. We require this noggin. So we're going to be decapitating Woody here. I have become Sid. So I'm gonna have a look here. If you know I'm farting around too much, I'll pause the video so you don't have to watch it. I try to do that. Sometimes I forget. Pretty sure, you know. So it looks like first thing I'm gonna have to do here is cut this. There's a little thread that's holding this, what's supposed to be a handkerchief, and it's not. Anyway, so I'm just gonna snip that first with my scissors here. Give that a snip, snip. Starting with this one, because this is the one that's basically, for me anyway, not important. You know, I will say though, if you're a collector, you might want to pick these up if you see them, like get a few of them, not to mod, because so many people just rip the head off this guy to put it on a different Woody, that I'm guessing in the future that this just hole like this with this soft body will be rare and worth something. It may be a long time in the future, but it's something to think about, because if everybody's ripping the head off and then getting rid of this body, this thing together will become rarer, right? So, yeah, a little tip from my brain to yours. You know, you can thank me in 70 years if you sell it for a bunch of money. Anyway, I don't know if that'll happen, but you never know. And I don't even want this freaking thing here, so I'm just gonna cut it instead of untying it, because it's just a red cloth. I can get another one if I really want one for some reason. And it's stitched on the front too. They didn't want that to come off, did they? Alright, so now we have, there's already a little split here, and there should be a zip tie in here. I'm going to cut this a little bit back in here. Let's try and open it up where the stitch is. Like I said, I'm not worried about screwing this one up. The Disney store I'll be a little more careful on. But as far as this one and the body, I just want the head, so I don't mind if I hack. There we go. Now we've got the zip tie coming out. Of course, this could be restitched too. But got the zip ties showing up here. Just kind of get this out of the way. And they have that zip tie on there tight. I'm going to sneeze all that. Whew, sorry about that. So if you look, there was a seam here that was stitched. I cut that. And you can see how that's attached. Right there, just a zip tie holding it on. So we need to get this zip tie off to get this head off. So we are going to do that. Hopefully I can get my scissors in there well enough to snip it off. There we go. That was easy. Boom. Woody is headless. So that was really, really easy to do. All right. We'll set Woody's head there. Now we have a decapitated head, Woody, poor Woody, filled with stuffing. So, yeah. All right, that's done. We've removed one head. Now, the second head, which I'm going to be, let's see how well this hat fits first. Oh, not bad. It's better looking hat than the other one. It is a little loosey-goosey. So loosey-goosey on this one. It's loosey-goosey on both. That's just how it fits, I guess. So you can set it any which way you want. I'm just going to use this hat for now. I may get a different hat at some point, but for today's video, I'm just going to use this head. Just kind of showing you, you know, how simple it is to do this if you want to do it. Some people sell this for too much, in my opinion, for what you get. And it's just because I think people use it to mod, so you know, that's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Doesn't matter. So we're switching the head first, then we'll get to some other stuff I want to do. This one I'm going to have to be a little more careful on. I'm going to try. I could remove his pull string for this, but I think I'm just going to, because this vest isn't, you know, stitched on. So I'm just going to kind of pull it out of the way for now, so I don't accidentally cut that, because I don't want to cut that when I'm doing this. And see how I can access his zip tie, because I want to be more careful with this one as far as how I get to it. And this one looks like it's going to be stitched together just a little better. Just pull his handkerchief out of the way, and I can see right there, that's the end of our zip tie. Right in there is our seam. So you can see that seam right there, and then it's stitched there. So I'm just going to try to cut right in there just to open that up. And I'm wondering if maybe I should get a seam ripper to just rip these threads out so it's evener. I think I'm going to go grab a seam ripper because I don't really want to just fart this all up. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I got a seam ripper. Again, if you try this, be very careful with these because they're sharp. You cut yourself, poke yourself, everything like that. So we're going to get into here. And I'm just going to try and cut these little threads. It's going to be difficult for me to show you me doing that. So I'll cut them and then I'll be back. I'll show you the zip tie and then we'll get that cut off. So now, as you can see there, we have the end of the zip tie coming out. So I'm going to kind of pull this cloth off to the side carefully, kind of like that. And I'm just going to reach in there with my scissors and cut the zip tie right there without cutting this. And then we'll get this head off. All right, I cut it. It was a little bit more difficult to cut. It's a little tighter space. But as you can see, the zip tie is in the little channel that they've sewed in here. So you can just slide that right out. And there's your zip tie. And there is your head. And his stuffing started to come out. All right. So now what I want to do is use this bandana here. The bottoms on these, if you use an older Disney store, this bottom is much larger, as you can see, but I think I can still make it work the same. So hopefully, fingers crossed. If I fail, you'll see me fail. And I'll put this up as a fail video. That's what happens. I've never seen anyone do this with one of these, so one of these older ones. I want to use this bandana. So I'm trying to slide it off, but it's on there pretty good, so I'm probably going to have to. Oh, maybe I can get it. There we go. Try to use this bandana anyway. If I can succeed at my mission. So we're going to stick this on this Woody's neck. And there'll probably be some adjusting needed, but just so it's there. Now, let's make sure. Oh yeah, I should be able to. Yeah, I can get that on there, I think. I hope. Anyway, that much of a trouble, even though it's smaller, which I wasn't expecting, but alright, so I'm just going to do this. I'll kind of go over how I did it. All you gotta do is feed the zip tie through the hole. Then I'll come back, show it to you. Alrighty. Alright. Movie accurate head is on there. I gotta cut this off. And because that head was bigger and took up more space, the voice box does, there's a little bump in the back from the voice box. Just because that head pushed this fabric out further on the bigger head. So there's less space. So there's a little bump, but you can't really even tell. It does work though. You can just tighten it right down and it's fine. So the other things that I want to do to this to make it a little bit more closer to the movie is I'm going to be, I'll adjust this bandana so it looks better. I'm going to kind of, these were sticking straight up, so what I want to do is I want to kind of stitch these down so they just put a little stitch on them so they sit down like that on the collar. Then I'm going to bring this bandana down further. I'll tighten that up. And then I want to take this vest and just move it over and pull it tighter like that, and just run a little stitch on either side down here just to hold that on straighter and flatter on him there. And that's probably about it. So I will do that, and then I'll be back and we'll have a closer look at my finished product. Alrighty, so here he is finished. I didn't stitch the stuff down. I decided not to, just because don't really need to. But yeah, so all you got to do is get you one of them huggable plush ones with the, if you want to do this, huggable plush ones with the closed mouth smile. Some of them are a little high on eBay. I got a deal on one on Mercari. And then just cut that zip tie off around the neck on both of them. Swap it out, put a new zip tie in. Simple as that. You don't even have to do anything else to it if you don't want to, and it looks much, much better with that closed mouth smile. I also went ahead and put smaller pull string on the back, pull string ring on the back. I did this the same way I did in my Jesse custom video, and I just took this off my other Roundup Woody because I don't know. I'm not super, I mean, it's all right. It's not, I think they could have done it better, but it's all right. But so I just did that, and then what I do to put this on, if you want to know, I just tie a little knot in the end of the string, and then I wrap it around the loop and just run the knot through the hole and then pull it tight, and the knot catches it so it won't pull out.
Howdy, partner.
That's what I do, just to, that saves more string. I got a little hangy thing on here, but it's still melted at the tip. I didn't fray it, so I don't really want to mess with it. I'll just leave it so I have the extra pull string if I need it for something in the future. But yeah, on this particular one, I'm not sure about the other ones because of the way it's made, and this head, the bottom of this head is much wider than the huggable plush head. So because of that, he does have a little bit of a bulge in the back from the voice box, and you really can't get it to sit straighter. So you'll have a little bit of a bump back there, but especially with the vest on, I mean, you can't tell. Not a big deal. So now he's going to fall off of my stand here. Whoopsie-daisy. Yeah. So anyway, there is a movie accurate Woody. Well, much more movie accurate. His belt would have been yellow. I don't want to mess with this. I thought I could get inside and take it off from the inside because this goes through the pants. So the only way to change this is to cut this off and reglue it. What I was going to do originally, I thought I would, also this is too small. I thought maybe I could take this belt off and put it on him. Put it on him, have him point, put it on him. But I don't think that will work. I'm not even sure how this belt comes off. Yeah, the good thing about this belt is I can tell just by looking at it that all you got to do, I think, it should come off. Maybe. It looks like you, yeah. Yeah, this belt, all you got to do to take this belt off is that. That just pops right off. So that's really, really easy. This belt goes through the pants to the other side. On the inside of this one, my bird decided to scream. Sorry. On the silence. Anyway, on the inside of this one, this goes through the belt, through the pants. On the back side, there's like a little clip, I believe, that holds the belt inside of the pants. And then inside of this, there's a cloth pocket that the voice box sits in, and that's sewn in. So you can't get to this on the inside without cutting the inside to get to the little thing to pop it off. So it'd be kind of a pain, I believe. I'm not sure if this would even. I'll pull it off because I'm probably just going to kind of get rid of this Woody now since he doesn't have anything going on for him. I'm not sure if this would even look right. I'll kind of put it up here because I could maybe cut into the back cloth, see if I can get it off. But I think this is just going to look weird if I put it on him. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to be a side bit too small, I reckon. The holster, well, the holster is close to the same size, actually. It's close. I do like that it has this. Temptation, temptation, temptation. I'm tempted to try it anyway. Will it reach around all the way? I wonder. Might not even. Yeah, okay. He's too fat. He's too fat to do that anyway. So that idea wouldn't work. But if you have a Woody that's smaller and slimmer and you want a accurate belt, get a roundup Woody because then you'll have a holster, that moves like that, and it's really easy to put on and off. It just pops on and off. So really, look at that, super easy. I'm gonna hang on to this. Just I don't know, for whatever. I guess maybe I'll use it for something someday. But yeah, there's Roundup Woody. This guy's heavy. He's got some weight to him. Anyway, so there is my little. He's got the open hands now and everything. There's my little simple, affordable way of making a movie accurate Woody without spending a whole bunch of money and buying, a custom head sculpt or trying to do it to a signature collection, or which is a lot of more effort, and you have to like pry the head off and all this. All you have to do with this is cut zip ties, put the head on, redo the zip ties. You can do some other stuff to it if you really want to. Mine, I'm just going to leave like this. I like the way it looks. I think looks movie accurate to me. The belt should be yellow, but I'm happy with it. So there's that, and I'm going to actually use the hat that came on this guy because I like it more. This is really thick, kind of. I just don't like it. It's shiny and it's thick. I don't like this hat myself, so I'm gonna probably throw that in a bin with this stuff. These will be parts, I guess, part woodies for probably won't ever use. But yeah, so real simple little movie accurate woody. Not hard to do. You can get little, I think you can even get little pull string rings, you know, if you don't have a Roundup woody.
Ride like the wind, bullseye.
You can get little pull string rings on like Amazon.
Hey. Reach for the sky.
So anyway, there's my my custom woody, my budget custom woody. Hope you enjoyed my video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.